Hey guys, it's Ruby Phoenix with a Triple Crown, and today I'm going to show you some tips and tricks that you can use to help you beat the mini game Go Jump. Alright, so this is Go Jump. I'm going to show you the things that you can buy with jump coins. You just can get some pretty cool pets, and there's some of the boost. But I would recommend just not even bothering. It does help to get extra jump coins. You can buy that boost, but the jump coins are actually not that difficult to get. So you're going to talk to Farmer Basil, and he's going to tell you that there's, you go up the stairs and you're going to go up this mountain and you're going to feed these pegs. And it seems really easy, but you're going to fall a lot. Trust me, this first jump, I've seen so many people just standing there on the ground for this very first jump, but the trick to that very first jump is to run and jump at the very last second. And this is just pretty typical. Just be careful. The platforms, when you're on them, you seem to have a little bit of space, even if you're standing on the very edge of it. It doesn't just drop off into oblivion, so you can be a little bit comfortable with those platforms because you're going to be on them for the entire game. So get comfortable, try not to panic too much or anything like that. You'd be surprised the jumps that you're going to make in this game. So you're going to go around here after saving it, and that'll turn on a crystal down below you so that if you do fall, you just run over to the crystal and it'll transport you back to that safe spot. And this is a long last minute jump. You want to jump at the very last second and then just come around the castle and go up here and over around here, and we're gonna go talk to our other person, Guardsman Joe. He's gonna give you some more jump coins, and he's gonna just turn on the crystal. And you always have to reply with your name, but if you hit the other button, don't worry about it. It's not gonna stop you. You just keep talking to them until they turn on the crystal. And it gives you 30 jump coins for being an ally. I have no idea what that means, but instead of going right here, you can jump straight across. You just want to jump at the very last second. Then we're going to go up and we're going to go talk to Haley. So basically at this point, you're just going to go up, keep jumping, and follow this path until you get to this one right here. You're going to run until almost the edge, and then you can jump off to your right and you'll make it. And these are going to be long jumps. So basically, the way I would describe jumping in this game is there are going to be some times when you're going to hit the jump button and then move, like what I'm doing right here. I'm jumping and then turning, jumping and then moving and rotating my person. And there's going to be times where you're going to run and then jump and hold it. And then there are going to be times when you're going to jump at the very last second and basically do like a combination of all three. Like you're going to really jump and just give it all and go all out. And when you know to do which kind of jump is going to help you out, if that makes any sense. But anyway, we're here at Haley. She's going to turn on the crystal. She has no idea where she's at. None of these people know where the hell they are, but she's going to give you 50 jump coins. And you're supposed to go off to the right, but I just want to show you that if you go off to the left, there's nothing over here. You cannot reach any of this stuff. You're going to fall if you try to go this way. But if you do fall, you're going to come right back to Haley, so it's not that big a deal. But yeah, when you get to Haley, you want to go right. So we're going to go right, and we're going to stay to the right of this platform, and we're going to jump not to the first one, but to the second one. You can make that jump. And then we're going to run and jump. You can actually make it to the next platform, but I don't like to do that. And then we're going to go up these platforms, and this is a good example of jumping, running, and then jumping and holding it until the last second. And then you're going to come to these boxes, and this is a good example of jumping and then running, so that way you can move vertical and you can actually control your character a little bit more than if you were to just run and jump. I'd have no idea if any of this is making any sense to anybody, but that's the best way that I can find to describe it. So he gives you 100 jump coins, and then you're just going to be really careful. Follow these rocks. There's planks down there if you do fall. If you do fall, you can take it back to him, so don't panic if you fall. Then you're going to go up here, and you can kind of see the platform. Line yourself up and jump. And you can jump again to this more lit up path, and then you can kind of run and jump or jump and run. But like I said, there's going to be times when you're going to want to run and jump, and there are going to be times when you want to jump and run. Usually if you want to run and jump, it's when you want to make distance, and then when you want to jump and then run is like the actions that you would do if you want to go vertical. So instead of going right, we're going to go left, because you can make this jump. And then we're going to aim, we're going to go up here to the rocks, and we're going to aim for this dark brown spot. And then we're going to keep going up, and then you can get on this tiny little platform right there. And then follow the arrow. This is going to be run and jump at the last possible second. I don't know if you saw, my feet kind of were still running even after I had cleared the platform. That's when I actually made my jump. So we're going to go talk to the psychopath, Sky Flynn. And she's been up here for 3 years because her brother told her that her horse would turn into a Pegasus if she just, I guess, really wished for it. And it says she's going to start rambling about her Aunt Susie. And I'm sorry, guys, but you have to read this entire thing. You can spam click through it, but I would actually suggest that you guys read it. This story makes absolutely no sense at all. This psychopath is talking about eating fish sandwiches and growing roses, but she does get to a point where she says something about her aunt telling her to remember blue, green, green. And this is so random, but you're going to see blue, green, green later in the game. This actually comes up again, and I'm going to show you just how important it is that you know about blue, green, green. So she's going to activate the crystal. She's going to give you 200 jump coins. Awesome. And she says this next part is tricky. It kind of is, but not really. You can just jump, aim for any platform, but take your time. These platforms, you're going to move forward. You're going to just wait a little bit, take your time. There's no time limit, and just be careful. You're going to jump to the next platform, then the next, and then the next. And it's going to be tempting to like try to make that jump right there. Don't do it, because you have another platform that is coming down right on top of you. So you could potentially get all the way to the end and then jump into that, hit your head on that last platform and fall. So just take your time on these vertical moving platforms. And then you'll see when you get to the last one, there's no other one past you. Then you're going to be able to jump. Well, jump some more. Jump onto this stone pathway. And it's going to be fun, and you're going to be having a good time jumping. And it's going to seem really simple. This very last jump it actually is very confusing. A lot of people miss this one because this last stone pathway, you want to run and jump far. It's deceiving. The way that it's laid out is very, very deceiving. It makes it look like it's a nice, easy jump, and it's not. You have to really, really run and jump to get to that last platform. And once again, these vertical moving platforms, you want to be really careful jumping in between these platforms like I just did, because there are other platforms coming down on top of you, and you could hit them and get this far and then fall. So then you're going to come this way, and these are pretty easy jumps, but once again, and you want to hug the right hand side and run and jump, and you can land on the side of the mountain. You want to try to do this level by jumping the least amount, I guess you would say. You want to do shortcuts when you can, but just be careful. If you want to, in that last jump, you could just jump onto the platform and then jump up the mountain. But then you go to these rocks. The third one will take you straight up, so you don't have to jump again. Stay still. And then you can run across and jump onto this little mountain head. And then wait. Once you get to the moving bridge, just wait. That one that just went off to the right, it's going to come back. So just hang out. All right, so it came back, and now the third one's going to move, and then you can jump onto the third one. All right, and we're almost at the goat. You go straight across and jump. When you jump, hug the mountain. See, I'm kind of hugging it. I'm almost walking down it, and then it'll take you straight to the goat. And you can kind of, if you hug the mountain, you can kind of control your descent to where you won't miss. Just you know, don't panic when you're jumping. Just hug the mountain and kind of follow it down. And he gives you 300 jump coins. And this is the last time you can get jump coins unless you make it to the pegs. But we are almost there. We are almost at the pegs. We are at the last little bit of this game. You're going to follow these around. Do not jump onto this last platform. There's one of those vertical moving platforms. Aha, you see? There it is. So if I'd have jumped earlier, I'd have hit my head on that and fell down. And then we're going to go over. You can see the pegs off in the distance over there. We're almost done. And then we're going to go. Be very careful. You can actually just walk onto these wooden boards if you want to, but just make sure that your camera angle is always correct and that your player's always lined up with them. And they're pretty easy to jump across. And this is going to be a long jump and another long jump, and the longest jump of the game at the absolute last second. Jump, 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 jump. Oh my god, I can't believe I made it. All right, remember blue, green, green, or whatever? So if you hit these switches, they go blue, green, green. Hey, check that out. And guess what? It'll open up these two doors. And I have no idea what that does for you. I have no idea what that just did. You don't have to hit that. I'm kind of wondering if you could jump. Oh, God, no. Okay, maybe blue, green, green. I'm starting to wonder if you open up the doors like that, if it'll allow you to somehow jump on top of the doors and not go around the ruins. I don't know. I'll tell you what, next time I play the game and I film it, maybe I'll do a special video on on tips and tricks for Go Jump. Even more tips and tricks, unknown tips and tricks about Go Jump. Maybe, I don't know. So like I said, you can actually just walk on these planks. You can just walk out there. Just, you gotta be careful. Be really careful. And make sure your camera angle that you're lined up. And once again, hug the right hand side, jump at the absolute last second, and you should land on this little platform. Like I said, see, I didn't mess with the buttons this time, and it just opened the door. And then you can go around the ruins. You can get around these things. Be very careful. See, this is where I fell last time. So this is another time where you're gonna kind of jump and then run, and then you can kind of curve your player around the ruins. So if that's not comfortable for you to do, to kind of jump and run and curve your player like that, I would practice this before you start really playing the game. Maybe you could even go to like an island, club island or something like that, and practice messing with the player. Okay, so then you can come up here and you see these lightly shaded areas. You can jump on these and you just want to keep going up. We are seriously almost there. And then there's a tiny little platform. You almost can't even see it. Ah! There is a tiny little platform up there. But don't worry. Just try not to panic if you get to the end, because we are at the end. Just try not to panic, and I would say spam jump like crazy and try to save it at this point. Like, you can be falling and just keep jumping and try to. I've spam jumped and saved my person, but you can see there's this tiny little platform. I don't know, it's really difficult to see, and it's hard for me to jump on, but it's like basically right here. You can kind of see it sticking out. I had to change the camera angle. Then you're going to get on this platform. Now you can kind of have fun with this last jump, run and jump. You'll have no problem with this platform. However, getting onto the very last one, I suggest you come down to the end, wait for it to go down, wait for it to go up, and then jump. I wouldn't try to do both jumps at the same time. And then for the last time, you're going to do a run and jump at the last second. And now you're here with all these beautiful pegs, and you talk to Farmer Basil, and he's like, awesome, you made it. Did you bring the feed with you? What the fuck? Did I bring the feed with me? Oh! And then he tells you to go back to the start and collect it. It's at this point that you should toss Farmer Basil off a cliff. But I'm just kidding. No. So the horses are going to give you 100 jump coins to feed them. And this is pretty fun. It's just a nice little fun way to get 500 extra jump coins. I will say be careful, because if one of the horses is over by Farmer Basil and you accidentally click on him, he can take you right out of the game. So just go around, have a fun time. I don't know guys, but I'm not a big fan of Go Jump. This is probably my least favorite of the mini games. It's so annoying. It's really easy to fall. And this game it relies on the fact that its own glitchiness is what's getting you through the maze. So you have to basically forget everything you know about running and jumping games, and you have to adapt yourself to play it this way. So anyway guys, that's Go Jump. Tell me what you think down in the comments, and if you like what you saw, please click like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.